What's going on, Tamers? Welcome to DigiPod, the digital podcast. I'm your boy, Varney. Today in the studio, we've got Dan, and we've got Mike. What's going on, y'all?
What's up, boys?
What's going on, fellas? Look, Mike is finally back on.
As Mike has been studying for his technical certs, a lesson to you all is if you've got a goal, get her done. That's
facts.
All we can say. Get her done.
Get her done, baby.
You know, that's the big takeaway from this podcast here. Because we got a lot of new stuff going on with DGU. Not really like a lot, but like behind the scenes, we've got a lot going on. So it's pretty cool seeing this thing that started out as one guy, i.e. Mike, saying, yo guys, why don't I do the podcast with you? And then the other two saying, yeah, fuck it, why not? And then...
Is that how that happened? I don't know.
I'm almost positive that's how it happened.
I thought we were going to like go from the very beginning, not from the moment Mike jumped on.
Well, yeah, from the beginning is one thing. But like, you know, we had that like 6 month, like, okay, we're done doing this thing. And Mike was kind of the catalyst for bringing it back. Because Mike said some shit. And we were like, okay, fuck it, let's try it. And then we've been, like Jasmine, I was listening to our very first podcast with Jasmine, my wife. And first of all, holy shit, have we come a long way. My audio was disgusting.
Bad technology on both of us.
Dan's audio sounded like he was recording in his basement from a Nokia flip phone from 2007. That was in terms like this, what y'all are seeing right now, what y'all are hearing. We've come a long way.
Up.
That's for real.
Yeah. I mean, even from when I first started the pod to now.
Yeah,
it's like that. It's like that song. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, that's facts. But we've been at this for a year consistently now. I don't recall when exactly we uploaded our comeback episode, but it was about this time that we did. So, outside of the maybe 2-3 week hiatus that we took last year, which I think is normal for any content creator to take, to be honest, we've been consistently putting out an episode almost every week. And that's a fucking goal. That's a goal and a fucking half, let me tell you. Because this shit is not easy to stay consistent with. Sometimes you're just like,
hey, you know what we could do? You know what we could do for future us then? Possibly, since you just mentioned that. If we want the consistency of not having that break, let's have 1 week prior to December or whatever, where we record multiple pods and then we just drop them for each week. So we can have that consistent every week content. It's possible.
It means we got to sit down and talk for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours.
Yeah.
I love talking about Digimon, but sometimes I'm just do I feel like sitting down and talking about Digimon right now, or do I just want to play some Pal World? This was a true crisis that happened last week. I was do I really want to record podcasts, or do I just want to play some Pal World? Because Pal World is pretty banging right now. So every week it's a struggle, but we do it. Because not only do we love you guys, this is great, and it's just our thing, So with that all in mind, y'all already know. I don't have to say it. I'm just gonna get into it. Locals BT-15 pre-release. It is pre-release week, and before I get into talking about pre-release, don't buy the pre-sales. Do not buy the pre-sales. And I know what you're thinking, but Varney, no, shut the fuck up. No, don't buy the pre-sales.
Man, rude.
There are very, very few instances where buying the pre-sales is worth it. I'm not going to say that it's not. Doraemon from BT-7 was an instance where, yes, we should have bought the pre-sales. Nobody could have fucking predicted that, though.
That would have been a $50 all for forever. Something like that. Something stupid.
Yeah, exactly. There was the thing with the gold cards for a period of time in BT-11, where buying the pre-sale seemed to be worth it. But look at their prices now. Even the lottery cards from last set, BT-14, the special English exclusive alts. Nobody knew what those prices were going to be. And look at where they are now. And generally speaking, 95% of the time, it is better to just not buy the pre-sales. And let me tell you guys why I say don't buy the pre-sales. The reason that we say that is because people like me, Dan, Mike, yourself, who are listening or watching this, we're not allowed to put cards up on TCG Player for sale unless we work for a game store. Only brick and mortar local game stores are allowed to list cards for sale. Stores like Core TCG, PPG, what's that card shop that everybody, Crazy Nick's cards, and a bunch of other ones. Only they are level 5 gold star sellers on TCG Player who are allowed to list cards for pre-sale. What that means for people like you and I is that we do not dictate the price of the market. Those local game stores do. So if you want to get a good deal, if you don't want to get fucked over, you do not spend your hard-earned money on the pre-sales, and you wait until the Friday when everybody can equally list their cards, and then you buy and do whatever you want with your money. Before that, trades are fine because you're just trading value for value. And hey, there's nothing wrong trading value for value if the money's not coming out of your pocket. But if you're talking about, I want to pick up my cards, I don't know if they're going to be cheaper, I don't know if they're going to be more expensive, wait until release day. 9 times, almost 10 times out of 10, they are cheaper on release day, or they stabilize for the night at that price.
Yeah,
if you really want those cards, then you pick them up.
Yeah, most times that Friday, Saturday is probably the cheapest a card is going to be, potentially, depending on what it is. And it's probably the best time to buy them, usually. Until regionals happen and then a deck wins and then it explodes. Like, that's usually what happens.
Really, that's honestly, buying cards, even then, it's all up in the air. Like, you could buy cards at the cheapest, like Dan's saying, like that Friday or Saturday. Or they could even drop fucking more. They could drop way more.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Or they'll shoot up in price, like Dan's saying. Really, the way I look at it, if you want the cards, you're going to have to spend the money to get them. That's that. If you want the alt arts, I usually try and think in my head. I'm like, all right, I have to plan this out. How much money am I actually willing to spend on this deck right now?
Yes.
I set a budget for myself. I put that money aside. And when the set drops, I wait and I try to look for the cards around that budget.
When the set drops, he said.
Yes, when the set drops. Not
before.
No.
Because they're just not worth it.
Yeah.
They will go down. Or they'll be the same. But you didn't lose anything by waiting, okay?
Right.
The only time you lost something by waiting, and even then, there's ways around it, is when you have a tournament the next weekend or 2 days later. But you should have other avenues of trying to get your cards if that's the case. Whether it's driving out to an LGS, picking up a few boxes, or trading with your locals, whatever it is.
Yeah. And also, if you're not buying the alt arts, you fucking absolutely, you just wait. The fucking non-altar cards are going to be dirt cheap. They always are. I mean, you might have a super rare that's $10 a piece. Ooh.
You might have the anomaly of BT-14 with, Patamons being like $8. Leviamon from EX5 is like a $10 SR.
Yeah, and that happens. But really,
I don't think it was that much cheaper during the pre-release period.
No.
No, it wasn't.
And it's not bad. Like, if a super rare holds its value like that, that means the super rare is probably going to hold its value like that anyways. Like, it's probably not going to go down. It's probably a staple in the game at that point. So just buy the card.
A super rare of all things, right? Not even like.
Sometimes
not even an alternate art. Just
sometimes a rare though. A rare will be $10, $8. Whatever. We've seen that before.
Cool boy.
Cool. Yeah, exactly.
Cool
but like
boy
at that point,
Melgrave on X.
Yep.
Metal Gray.
The BT-11 one.
Yep. Even because that's a weird set, but yeah.
But again, I always try, like, if you're just buying base rarity stuff, I always just wait at least a week or something, because that's when the cards usually drop a lot more. Alt arts, you got to pick and choose when you think the best time to buy them.
When you're spending alt art
definitely
money,
never the pre-sales though.
It's always a take it here and there thing, and generally speaking, it's never a buy before. It's always a buy at the time of release, or wait like a week after. I say this because Leviamon is I wasn't embroiled in it, but like I commented on it, and I feel the need that I just don't feel like enough people understand it, so I have to say it. Leviamon on release, alternate art, was $30. I bought them at $30 on release because I wanted them. I needed them for Nats. They went down to $25 over that weekend. That week after Nats was on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That week after Nats, Leviamon was $25, as low as like $22, $23. After that, it skyrocketed up. And I saw people say, oh, Leviamon's so expensive. I wanted to pick up my alts, but I didn't get a chance to, which is understandable. But then some people were like, oh, I missed out on the train. It's such a shame. I'm like, you had a whole week after Nationals to pick that card up. And I get it. You need to wait to get paid. But looking at it in this way, you had release weekend, which is a Friday, to the next weekend, which is another Friday. So if you're getting paid on a bi-weekly schedule, one of those 2 Fridays you're getting paid, and you know the set's coming up, you know you've got to set aside money. Like, it's not an excuse. I set aside money all the time, and I spend stupid money on card games. And I don't complain that I didn't get a card at X price, because I know if I didn't pick it up when I saw it at X price, and it rises, then I'm shit out of luck. I lost out on that. There's no sense in complaining and saying, oh, maybe I should have bought the pre-sales. No, you dumbass just should have picked up the card when it was cheap. Not buy the fucking pre-sales. You're bugging, because that was a comment I saw. But I just felt the need to say that.
Yeah. Speaking of this set specifically, one card I'm surprised that I see a lot of people buying and selling. Well, not selling. Selling is the smart thing to do with this card. One card I see a lot of people buying right now, before like actual release day and stuff, is Apocalypse, because that card is going to 1. Like, unless you guys are playing in a fucking tournament coming up where this card is legal, why the fuck are you buying that card right now?
To be fair, there is an Ultimate Cup, I believe, on the 25th of this month.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but if you're playing there, if you're playing that, that's perfectly fine. Buy it. But like, I see people like, I'm just like, why? Like, other people I see buying these cards, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Chill.
Yeah, I agree.
You're not playing in this tournament.
I agree.
You're gonna fucking pay money for these alt art Apocalypse to go to locals for 3 weeks. Like, what are you doing, bro? That makes no fucking sense.
You're looking at one. You're looking at one who would.
I told Dan a few weeks ago. I said, I think I said it on pod. I said, if I were you, Dan, I would play on the fucking sim for 3 weeks.
Hold on.
Oh, he's got him. Look at him. He's got him. You know, if you sold those now, you could definitely make your money back, you know?
To be fair, it's just 1 R and 3 regulars. That was holding, and they were all trades.
Oh, okay. It looked like it was.
I didn't pay a single cent for them. I actually made money during pre-release on last Sunday. Okay, ironically, I'm not a person that makes money do all of the shit.
That's funny. Honestly, if I were you, I would just wait and try and find a good deal for that the special.
Oh, I'm not, dude. I'm waiting until like after it's officially set to 1, and I guarantee that price is gonna plummet. I'll pay $80 for it. Realistically,
I think that's a good fair price. That's what I would do. I would wait just for that bad boy and then call it a day.
Talking about pre-release, so BT-15 pre-release.
It was Sunday for us.
Pre-sales. Sunday for us. I won pre-release.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Is that your first pre-release one?
No, I've won a pre-release before. I just don't go to them because I generally don't care for them. But this one I was like. What are you talking about? You've been to like every single one of them, I think. I skipped BT-14 and BT-13.
Wow, you skipped.
You did not
skip
BT-14.
Out of 15 sets, you skipped
the one we had like 25 people in. You skipped that one?
Yeah, so I didn't come to 1 because my friend was here, and I believe that was BT-13. Or it could have been
that was
BT-12.
Earlier. I think
that was BT-13.
BT-12.
No, BT-13 you were there because that was the set with the chessmon, and then I got you the chessmon combo.
BT-14, I know.
I actually don't think you were here for BT-9, maybe.
BT-9, no. Yeah, BT-9 I wasn't because we had Otakon the next day. Oh, BT-9 was the one my friend was here.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So I definitely skipped BT9. Wow, that was my fucking time.
Long time
way
ago.
off.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But so BT9 I skipped. I know I skipped BT14. I don't believe I went to BT11 pre-release. I remember going to BT12 because I gave Mike superior mode, ults and shit. And yeah, I don't remember anything before that because I have the memory of a goldfish. But I do generally not care for pre-releases just because I like constructing my own. I like playing my archetypes. I'm an archetype whore. I don't care to play like the sealed format deck building rules. But this set, I was just like, I need these fucking cards. Like Leviathan X, I was like, I need to get this shit like now. And by the grace of God, I pulled 2 out of my 4 boxes, and Ian pulled 2 out of his boxes. And I was like, God, it's good. I've got my play set. I don't need to worry about shit else. So, but there's still a lot of other cards that I have to get, which is why I'm patiently waiting until Friday to see what else I can pick up. But yeah, pre-release happened. Fun time. It's always a fun time playing Digimon. That's more the experience. I think we had 8 people, Dan?
Yeah, we had a small turnaround, maybe because of the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, right? So our LGS is running another event this coming Sunday. In the event that people weren't able to make it because Super Bowl.
Yo, this might be my worst pulls when it comes to BT, like the pre-release packs, because I didn't even have there's like good rares and like uncommons that are good for like pre-release stuff. I didn't even pull like the go ones for that. Like the Kanjamon was like probably the most goated card for this set, for this like type, and which Varney got it, and he just murdered me in round 2, I think it was, and with that card. And like I didn't even like pull like Piedmon or Machinedmon. That might have actually mattered probably.
Machinedmon was anything. A hard pull.
Yeah, so from what I've seen, yeah.
I looked through all my boxes, and I was like on my last box of bulk before I found my last Machinedmon for the playset.
Yeah, I guess so. It was a little bit hard to pull, but like, man, I just didn't pull anything that was like good for this type of thing, because I didn't, like I said, no Kanjamon. Plesio X is as terrible as level 6 and pre-release because you got Evo for 5, and you probably won't go get the effects off.
I don't think you get the effects unless you have X antibody.
Or Plesio, or Plesio, yeah. I had all 4 of the searches of the Dark Masters, but like I have only 2 Dark Masters, kind of like So I had I think 2 Puppetmon and then 1 Melsigemon, I think it was. Which those are good, and like when it popped off really good. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't bad. It was just there was no follow-up because I didn't have anything else. I had 8 rookies too. I didn't have many. Usually you get like at least a good like 15, 20 rookies out of your like packs. I got I think like total of like 10 because the SR rookies, so it's hard to pull them. And I was just like, this is depression.
Dan was like, how many rookies did you pull? I was like, I don't know.
You had like 12, I think, in yours, right?
I ran 14 in that bitch.
Oh, you had 14. Okay.
It was like 14 rookies, 14 champions almost.
Jeez.
And then like 10 level 6s. Because like 3 or 4 of them were Dark Masters.
Yeah.
And then there was Kanjamon, of course, and then there was Pukumon. And I was like, I could just hard drop all of these bitches and completely get away with it.
I was debating on playing the Puko, but I didn't play him.
You didn't play the Pukumon, bro? That shit's such
I had like so many 6s in there. I had so many 6s in there. I was like, I gotta take 1 out at least.
Let me tell you how Gino got rid of my shit. I thought I was safe. This motherfucker had something that stripped 2 source, like a level 4 that stripped 2 source. And then he hard dropped the Pukumon, which stripped 2 more source and then bottom decked. And I was like, yeah.
Busted.
That's a card.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Pukumon in sealed format. So if y'all are listening to this and you're gonna have like some sort of like pre-release event, let me tell you the cards that you want to be playing. The Meramon, the 3-cost champion Meramon, motherfucker's goated. You want to be playing the Dark Masters package. You want to be playing almost all your level 6s because they're all generically good in pre-release.
But I think the best one, hands down, is Kanjamon for it.
Kanjamon is disgusting. I would love to see, speaking of Kanjamon, it has an actual line which is very cool to see because sometimes Digimon get sometimes they get like random Digimon here and there, but they don't really do anything or they don't do anything much. But like Kanedramon has Brachiomon's, and Brachiomon's kind of cool. Like it's cooler than I thought it was. It does Digivolve for 4, but I can understand why because of what its effect does, which basically reads: if your opponent has 4 or more, you stun an 8.
No, you delete. You delete AK.
So 4 or less, then you stun an 8K or less. 4 or more, you delete a 6K or less. So at 4 memory, you get both effects. And then Kanedramon reads the same way. One is delete lowest DP. No, one is at the end of your turn, you delete lowest DP if you have 4 or more memory. And at the end of your opponent's turn, if you have 4 or more memory, or 4 or less
memory, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost.
There you go. So they're it's really cool. I'd love to see more support for that kind of like the more generic stuff. You know, obviously we're all excited about the Melgas and the Numamons and the Agumons and stuff, but you know, let's give some love to our boys like the Kanedramons and the Brachiomons out here, because that shit's really cool. Like Dino Rexmon, Kanedramon and Dino Rexmon kind of reads to be like, in theory, like in a bubble, those 2 cards read to be disgusting. Because Dino Rexmon, you know, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, you pop a 6K or less, right? Yeah, when an opponent's Digimon with 6K or less DP becomes suspended, you just may delete that Digimon. It's once per turn, but you can just fucking delete it. So it's just a big 13K dinosaur beat stick, and thinking about it, is Kanedramon a dinosaur? No, it's a cyborg.
It's a plesiosaur. Yeah. Oh no, it's Commander. Yeah, Kanedramon is a cyborg.
It's a cyborg. If it was a dinosaur, I'd have put together some sort of dinosaur deck for sure. Just because. But like even so, like I just love the concept of like some of these generic cards. It sucks that like some of them just won't see play outside of, you know, pre-release, which is the one thing I do like about a pre-release or a sealed pre-release format, getting to experience some of these cards that you're never gonna play. You'll never. Miramon, that shit was goated in pre-release. I'll never play that shit outside of a pre-release format though.
Pukamon.
For those of you who don't know, Miramon is just so disgustingly good on paper, but bad in practice. It's a 3-drop champion that says, by paying 2 memory, delete one of your opponent's Digimon DP less than or equal to this Digimon. In sealed format, this bitch put in the work. This motherfucker's stuck on board. And I said, all right, you just played a rookie, pay 2 memory, delete that bitch. Don't give a shit. Get that bitch out of here. That shit put into work. But when is this bitch gonna live in your deck in any other setting? Never.
Never.
Maybe in like a singleton or what do they call it? Where you only play. Is that where you only play like uncommon or rare and below? Or
oh no, that's Popper.
Popper, yeah, Popper formats. Like, yeah, then these cards would see some type of play. Maybe even because there are still Popper decks that are like, oh, that's a strat. Like for example, Devas. Sure, you don't have Fanglong. Who the fuck needs a Fanglong when you're running aces and fucking Devas? Like, okay, I'll just put in, 4 more fucking shits. As a matter of fact, 8, because you won't need the option card. So that is what it is. Pre-release, excited to play BT-15 finally. We are 3 months. It's in May that we get BT-16.
Yeah.
We're 3 months away, and I'm excited because it gives me 3 months to recuperate from the damages I have incurred during EX5 and BT-15 and LA.
Oh, good.
Holy fuck, did I spend a lot of money on Digimon.
Sure. You also get the starter decks next month as well, so it's not too bad.
That's $60. I'm fine with that. That is not an issue. Before we talk about it, because the topic for today's podcast is BT-15 set preview, but before we talk about that, we are going to talk about 2 things. Number 1, the thing we always talk about, others outside of locals.
TBL.
Well, yes, TBL, but we also talk about our poll results.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about TBL. So, poll results. I asked the audience for our Q&A. Do the serialized cards and prizing shown for this year incentivize you to want to compete in more regionals this year? We had 15 votes. What do you guys think the split is?
It has to be yes. Like, overwhelmingly yes.
Okay. Mike, what's your thoughts?
Gotta be yes. There's no way.
What percentage yes do you think?
75%.
That's accurate AF. It's 73.3%. 11 votes for yes, 4 votes for no. So I was curious as to
why the
fuck people would say no. And I did get one good person who elaborated. I don't think it was on Spotify. I believe it was. Oh, no, it wasn't Spotify here. Greg said, so I asked, what do you think about serialized cards being introduced into the Digimon card game? Greg said, at the end of the day, pricing is whatever if we are lacking events to win them in. And I was like, you know what? That one's fair. Now, I will say, it's not that there is a lack of events. We have events. It's just not the events that the community wants. We have a lot of online events. What we really want are a lot of IRL events. We're off to an okay start. We've got one, one in Texas.
Yes.
I want to say that's next month, right?
Yes.
Or is that this month?
I don't remember.
Let's just say it's next month. And then we've got another one that just moved from Tennessee to North Carolina in May. That's all that we know about. Those are the only 2 IRL events for a Bandai sanctioned Digimon tournament. And it's unfortunate because I would fucking love to play some more IRL Digimon. And I'll travel. I'd prefer not to have to travel too far all the time. But North Carolina, we out there. We out there, right, boys?
So last time I said Georgia, and you were like, eh. So we'll see. I'm down for it. I'm definitely down for the road trip.
See, last year, I was like, I gotta buy cards. I gotta worry about this. I gotta worry about that. But you see, this year, we making plans. So that's all the way out in May. I got 3 months to plan. Is that before BT-16? That's...
Oof.
I don't remember what day it was.
Oof.
No, they said I remember somebody made a joke. They were like, it's a shame that the cards they showed in the preview picture aren't legal for the tournament. That means it must be the weekend before BT-16 drops, which is unfortunate because that would be cool to play in a BT-16 regional. I believe it's a regional.
Yeah.
Both events are regionals, I believe, actually.
Yes. So are we out?
I'm out there, Mike's got the look of I'm out there.
I'm out there. We just have to figure it out and plan it first. That's really sure. The only thing, just my days off are a little slim, but I might be able to afford a Friday. We leave that Friday. We come back.
We would leave Friday.
As long as we leave Friday and we guaranteed come back Sunday, I think I can.
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna have the top cuts, so I'm not fucking spending any more time.
I think I can swing it, but we gotta see.
Yeah, I mean if anything, we can just leave like Sunday early, and then we'll be back by.
Shit, we could leave Saturday night.
Ow.
That's gonna be a tiring drive, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking post in the fucking Digimon Facebook page. It's here with a saddened heart. We have to say rest in peace to our fellow content creators, the DGU crew, who all died leaving a regional after playing for 10 hours. And deciding to drive another 10 hours home. They fell asleep behind the wheel.
It's gonna be like. It's gonna be like my old friend John Perez. That man had a car. Do you remember, Mike, when you weren't there, but you was around? So long story short, we came back from a Philly regional dumb late, and he had to drive to work in the morning and fell asleep driving and crashed.
Yep.
Perfectly fine. He was perfectly fine. He was perfectly fine.
He was fine.
Okay.
But he that was like his 4th car right in like 2 months or something like that. His car insurance was skyrocket.
Yep.
Yo, it was crazy. Shout out to the boy if he ever listens to this.
Good dude.
So yeah, I agree. Pricing is whatever if we're lacking the events that we want to play in to win them in. For the people who did say no, though, I'm inclined to hear if it's not the lack of events, do you just not care for competitive Digimon? Or what is it that, would bring you to want to compete in competitive Digimon? I guess that will be the next Q&A question, because that is something I'd like to know. Halto, who is Shady Water, said, good to finally start keeping pace with the support Bandai was showing the One Piece and Battle Spirits saga. Hope we get the artist Takase to make some serialized cards in the future. Love his alt arts. Punk Prinks said it brings a whole new incentive for super competitive players. And I have to agree with that. You know, I find myself to be a super competitive player, and the prospect of getting a serialized card that there is only one of that specific instance in the world is very enticing. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at my wall, I've got all this shit on here, but you know what this doesn't have? A fucking championship card of any sorts, because the last ones that I got were fucking trash. So if I can put a serialized Omni on the wall here or here somewhere, then we're goated. We are goated.
That'd be pretty sick.
Especially if it's a serialized Omni of all cards. You know, Omnimon considered to be like the holy grail, air quote, of Digimon. When you think about like, oh, what's the all-being, all-powerful motherfucker Omnimon? So a serialized Omni, count me the fuck in. That's what I say. Mike, what about you? Are you thinking competitive Digimon this year, or you taking a chill pill?
I would love to. I would actually really love to, especially when BT-16 comes out and I can start playing Imperial competitively again. Like I said, it really just all depends on how things work out for me the next few months with my job and days off.
So it's more life circumstances for you.
Yeah, like I want
like
to
Digimon the game.
Yeah, like I want to be like way more invested in the card game, like traveling, going to places, events, stuff like that. But it's just tough right now. The job market's kind of sketchy, and so I know that I have a stable job right now, even though I fucking hate it. So it's like, do I, after I get these certs, do I try and look, whatever, life stuff. Blah, 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 blah. I also have some vacations planned this year. I'm going to Poland. So if we have any listeners in Poland, I'll be there in June.
I'll tell you what, we might just. I feel like I might have seen Poland on our like map of listeners on Spotify, but I could be wrong. Yeah, at the very least, definitely in the UK.
I'll be in Poland in June.
I can give you some shout outs of where to go in Poland.
Okay, all right, yeah. Let me know, bro. Yeah, my girlfriend's from there. She grew up there, and so we're going to
makes sense.
Her family.
Less than 1% listen from Poland, specifically from Mazovia. Mazovia?
Yeah.
So
don't know. I know we have to fly into Warsaw, and then we're like 2 hours from Warsaw. Poland. So.
It's cold. That's all there.
Poland.
Yeah, we gonna see what.
It's cold though over there. Just summertime is not gonna be too cold, but it's cold.
We gonna see what the vibes are like there. So that's pretty much. I want to, especially like I said, especially with Imperial getting good again and BT-16, and I've been fucking crafting in my head on how I want to play that deck, and I already have the exact deck build I want for when that set drops. I already know exactly how I'm building it.
Ukomon?
No.
No Ukomon at all?
No.
Not even the new BT-16 Ukomon? That's insanely cracked?
Nope.
Ooh. He said this is pure Imperial Tribal.
Pure Imperial Tribal, yes sir. So yeah, I've already got the deck build in mind, and I'd really love to play it in some competitive tournaments this year, like I said. So it just really depends how days fall. It really depends where I'm living in the next few months too. You know, a lot of things, a lot of big things happen. So we'll see what goes on.
Fair enough. Dan, how about you? I mean, I already know you're into competitive Digimon, so I guess the bigger question is, what would entice you to play more, even more, dedicate your entire life to competitive Digimon, if not a serialized Omni?
I'm sorry.
2 serialized Omnis.
You didn't specifically ask me what would make me dedicate my life more.
What would make you quit everything, drop everything, and play Digimon competitively?
Money prize pools.
I was about to say, money prize, yeah.
Money prize pools, yeah.
I mean, technically, you are playing for money. If you win an Omnimon,
it is not the same, bro.
You can most definitely sell it and make some money. How much?
Not the same. I want to win my fucking serialized card, and then they give me fucking like 20K on top. Yeah,
just go play Battle Spirits.
Apparently, we fucked up. We could have just won a fucking. I'm telling you, I have never played Battle Spirits in my fucking life, and I could have gone X4, I think, and won $1,000.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I got into that game. Well, not the only, but it was the biggest reason why I said, you know what, I could go hard on this. But then everybody else also said the same thing. And then I said, I can't play this game competitively and still play Digimon and enjoy it. So we dropped this. But yeah,
I don't know. I already like compete for like the tournaments a lot. I mean, depending on like when they fall as well though, because like, you know, sometimes summertimes you have plans on the weekend, so it depends on like where it falls and like when the registration is for them. So it just depends sometimes. But I already do compete, so like to me the prize didn't matter. I was going to compete for them regardless.
You was going to complete for if they had said we're taking away all prizing and you're just playing for, you know, an entry to Nats, you'd still play.
An entry for Nats?
Oh,
probably.
I feel like if it's an entry for Nats, then yeah, people would play. But really, that would fucking suck. I probably wouldn't play. I mean, I don't know. It's tough though when you say it like that. Like if
when you're paying $30,
I think if it's at that point, then is it really even like competitive? Like, what am I competing for?
Right.
I'm not.
I mean, even Battle Spirits doesn't do that, and they've got like. I mean, I know they took away like I don't know if they took away all their cash prizing. They took away a portion of it, and there's like a whole new plan for how they're doing championships and blah, 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 and whatnot and so forth. Oh, well, there goes a bunch of cards.
The ghost.
That's a rip.
That was kind of scary.
Yeah, that was a ghost that just entered his room and it was like, I'm going to make a mess.
Fuck this One Piece card game. That's what just got knocked over One Piece card.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yo, Ghost, good job. You knew the right ones to drop.
No, straight up, I sold One Piece decks while I was in Nats, and I made so much fucking money, it was insane. Those cards are dropping in price now. Like,
yeah,
I've been
because they just
good call then. Good call on the sell.
The reprints.
The amount of money that I made, I was like, bro, I'm so happy I sold these because I couldn't believe that like I had decks that were worth that much money. I was like, there's just no fucking way I can keep this shit. This is fucking insanity.
Yeah, for sure.
That being said, yeah, so the TBL, Tamers Battle League, Week 8, happened this past week, in which we saw the bane of my existence, Red Hybrid, take the tournament. So shout out to Shady Water. They did go 4-0, so they went through the works, showing that Unga Bunga is the Unga Bunga way. They said three Crimson Blaze. Surprisingly, no Atomic Inferno in this list, which I know I hate Red Hybrid, but I would never run Red Hybrid without at least 3 Atomic Inferno. Instead, they opted for 4 Memory Boost, which is also an interesting thing because Memory Boost doesn't grab your Tamers. I know the Training Boost doesn't let you Digivolve on top of the Tamers, but you do run rookies. You can still Digivolve naturally, and the Training Boost would help with that. Or once you Digivolve on top of the Tamer, you can still use it and Digivolve for cheaper. So it's an interesting choice, but you know what the fuck do I know? I'm not a Red Hybrid player. I didn't just go 4-0 and win a 13-man tournament. So, you know, shout out to Shady Water. Adachi came in second playing Yellow Vaccine. Burrito, 15th place at Nationals with Beelzemon, came in third with Beelzemon, losing only to Shady Water, i.e. Red Hybrid. And fourth was Coach, playing Alter S high fucking roll. Because let me tell you, when this motherfucker says I high roll you, he says I high roll you. High rolls in this game, they just feel unstoppable. You know, we saw it with Beelzemon. Even shit, the 3 of us saw it with Beelzemon when we were playing against Mark. Before Mark got all his busted support. This motherfucker was out here high rolling with Beelzemon. And we're like, okay, cool. There ain't shit I can do about anything that you're doing right now. Alter S is the same way in Coach's hands. I know I had this discussion on TikTok, but when Coach plays Alter S, I don't know how this man does it. He sees it like 95% of the time. And when he sees it, he sees it. So.
And then got bodied by Yellow Vaccine.
He couldn't keep an extra body on board because Yellow Vaccine kept pulling that extra body off the board, which is the most important thing. Don't let a second body live. You let that second body live, you're in for a bad day.
He had turn. He did have the turn of high roller, and they whiffed because he missed the ultimate.
One thing I do notice is that this list doesn't run any tamers or options for that matter. Not even
what deck? The Alter S deck?
Yeah. No tamers at all, and not even like a black memory boost or a defense training to, help with anything. So that definitely speaks volumes, when you're not able to keep a body on board, because while you're not gaining any memory, you don't have any way to facilitate a play. You're just kind of you're really leaning into the high roll at that point. So perhaps that is something to be improved upon. But I mean, coach is coach, and we know coach will come back with something strong. This week was definitely a very good week. It was our last week of EX5. Next week, we are moving on to BT-15 format. Proxies will be allowed, so you can participate for the next 2 weeks in a completely unrestricted BT-15 meta. That means if you want to come in here and mill everybody out with a Pokemon, you are more than welcome to do so.
Proxy the Apocleomon. Don't buy them. Proxy them.
I don't disagree. If you want to come in with 4 proxy Apocleomons and kill everybody out, who's stopping? We certainly are not, and we are very eagerly anticipating our week 9 of the Tamers Battle League, which I got our playmats in. I don't recall if I said that last podcast. I probably did. But I also got the notification that our sleeves have shipped out, and they should be here in 2 days. So prizing will be going out to everybody soon. But we've also got, I ordered sleeves for myself because I'm very excited to throw some of my decks in our own custom sleeves. Mike got himself some sleeves. What I should have done, Mike, what I scuffed ourselves on, I should have gotten the Imperial done in sleeves as well.
I know. I thought about it too.
I didn't think about it.
I was probably,
like, what can I do? Yeah. I don't know what else to do. Fucking should have done Imperial and Nasty.
We gotta talk after this though for my custom
right.
mat.
Mike's custom DGU mat, which I don't know, you guys can't see it, but it's right up there. I'm collecting all of our playmats now, so that's our Series 1 mat that I stamped with my name last time. Once we get our 3rd series designed, the one that I have back there will be going up as well. And we got some spicy stuff planned for Series 3. Nothing ironed out yet, but definitely be on the lookout for that. And I'll use this segment of podcast to say, if you are not part of the Discord, join the Discord. If you are not following our Facebook page, follow the Facebook page. If you don't follow us on Twitter, follow YouTube, follow Instagram, follow. Am I missing social media? I think I got all the main social media plugs. Check out our website, dgu.gg. TikTok, follow dgu.gg, where you can find all our playmats and merch for sale, as well as a kind of blog for the TBL that I will be sharing more proactively in the coming weeks. Now, with all of that out of the way and being said, let's move on to the topic, BT-15 set preview. So, Mike, I know you're waiting for BT-16, but is there anything you're looking forward to in BT-15?
I'm gonna be honest. No.
That's what I figured. I mean, I was the same way.
Yeah.
Until the Viamon.
There's really no.
All right. Well, we'll see you later, Mike. This you can go
it was
now.
a great time on the pod, guys. Yeah. No, I had a blast. Yeah. I mean, like, there's some random cards here and there, like the Lugumon support's cool. We were talking about, I guess we'll just talk about it. We were talking about it before pod, but I would have been kind of excited for Shoutmon Cross 2, except it's like the worst support I've ever seen in my life because
it's not even Cross Heart support. What support is it?
I don't know. I don't know what I don't really know what it's supposed to do. I mean, you can't search it throughout the entire deck. You can't even tuck it under the triple white tamer because it doesn't have a cross heart.
It's just an enhancement.
You can't do anything with it. I mean, you can play it.
You can use it as Digicross material.
And I think you can play it off of Zendro because its name is treated as Ballistamon.
Oh, Ballista, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that's not bad if you think about it like that. Because it has a on-play effect. It's not too bad, right?
I mean,
because you could also Digicross with it. So Digicross.
This would have been a really good card if it was
Cross Heart traded. Yeah,
it would have been. It would have been.
It's got material save too. At the start of your turn, it deletes itself to gain a memory.
Yeah, no, it would have actually been like a pretty decent card, but
it's not a cross heart. And why?
I don't
not
know.
a clue.
I don't know. I
they
really
were like,
don't know.
This is what they were thinking. They were like, yeah, we're gonna make some cross heart support for our cross players, but we're not gonna we're going, you don't want to make it too busted. So we're just gonna take away cross heart from it, and like they're gonna have to hard draw and hope for the best. Like, I don't know what they were thinking on that one.
Yeah, I wish I had a single fucking clue what was. I don't know if they just forgot it. Like, I wonder if they literally were just like forgot to include cross heart.
Oh my god.
Because I don't understand.
Okay, so fun fact. So I just Googled it. So in the Digimon wiki, it is also only known as an enhancement. It is not affiliated with, cross hearts outside of being made up of fucking cross heart material.
Interesting.
Salmon and Ballistamon. It is the enhanced armor mode of Ballistamon. So it would make more sense if this card Digivolved 1 from a Ballistamon or something
that's the case.
along
that's
those
weird.
lines.
I just don't know enough about cross heart. I heard the manga is actually pretty good for cross heart.
Is Shaman X2 from the manga? Is that why? Like, I don't understand.
No, it was in the anime. It says the evil death general and the 7 kingdoms. What the fuck is that? Oh, the second season.
Yeah, okay.
I performed the Digicross on Shoutmon and Ballista to save them from Mad Leo. So it created Cross too, but it definitely was in the manga.
Okay.
But, I guess I just don't know enough about Cross as a anime manga. Anything to speak on? As a card, it's really fucking stupid though.
I was gonna say maybe because they weren't like cross heart at that moment. That might be why. They were just.
This is one of those cards that's just like, why? Like, this is pure. Like, there's pack filler, and then there's this card. It's like, here, you got baited because it has Shoutmon in the name. It says Cross 2. It has Digicross. It does everything a Cross Heart card would do. But you can't search it. You can't tuck it under your tamers, and you can't activate effects off of it. It's bait.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the old Dark Knightmon support not having
That's infuriating.
Yeah.
That's so infuriating. And I feel bad for every Dark Knight player because I'm like, that makes
thanks, buddy.
No sense.
That was the old one was pretty good too, so it's not like it was bad.
Yeah.
It just it doesn't have Twilight.
It just it's just a fucking shame.
I'm in my head one day, maybe they'll
one day we'll loop back around to the cross heart shenanigans.
We'll get the loop.
Unfortunately, we'll get back to
it. What I need in my life is fucking Hunter support. I don't even give a fuck about cross. I want Hunter support. But that's besides the point. Anything? I mean, jokingly, a Phoenixmon bird tribal is actually kind of good now. So there's that.
Burbs are good. Apparently it won a tournament. East said, like a 52-man tournament. Burbs just won in BT-15.
That. So birds are good. So the Phoenixmon tribal dream lives on, but the deck's good now, so I won't play it.
I hate this man. I swear to God.
Oh man. You know what? I can't argue with you. That's the Mikey way.
Other than that, I can't really.
All right, let's move on from Mike.
Yeah, let's move. Someone else might want to take the reins because there ain't shit I'm interested in. Oh, you know what? There's one more card. That I will complain about for half a second.
Okay.
And that is 7th Lightning, which is a sick card, and it's a 7-cost option, and it has a great main effect. Except Beelstarmon is not going to be a good deck anymore, so it doesn't matter for me.
You have Bakemon.
But that's a fucking sick option card. I'll just read it. It's way better in actual the deck it's meant for, but its main effect is by trashing one card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 4 and level 6 Digimon, which would be super good in Beelstar because you could trash another option card from your hand to feed the your Beelstar plays, and then you could also just remove 2 Digimon off the board, which would be sick. Its trash all turns effect is when one of your Digimon digivolves into a Leviamon X antibody by returning this card to the bottom of your deck. Delete one of your opponent's level 4 and level 6 Digimon, which is also really good.
It's okay, Mike. You can still play Beelstar. You'll just have to play 4 Bakemon now.
I'm sure I will put together some fucking jank ass fucking deck. Don't worry.
Outside of that, I don't know what you're going to use for your draw discard engine because people were so happy to see scatter mode hit and make purple players have to work for getting their draw trash disc going.
They just wanted to see me
draw
upset.
Trash discard going.
Yeah, upsetting. All right. Anyways, no. That was a bad idea in my head. We're good. We'll move on from the jank ideas in my head.
Well, since we're on that card, the one card you were excited for is Levi X, Mr. Giovanni.
Yeah, so like I said, like BT-15 was a set I originally I didn't care to buy anything of the set. I was just going to buy singles. And then, I don't know, the spectacle of release weekend happened, and I was like, all right, I'm going to buy a ton of boxes. And I bought 6 boxes, and I got everything that I wanted and then some more. And then I realized, oh shit, there's actually a lot I want to play in this set. So, namely, number 1, yes, Leviamon X. I've been waiting for it. Leviamon X, it's my big ol' croc or doggo or whatever y'all want to call it. I've been looking forward to playing this deck. I was trying to make some shenanigans work in EX5, but it just wasn't there. Now, I know a lot of people are talking shit on my boy. They're like, oh, and Leviamon isn't as good as it seems to be. It's very overhyped and this, that, and the other. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. I'm going to be playing the shit out of this. If you come up against me in any tournaments, I'm going to be sure to try my best to smack you up with Leviamon and make you eat your words, because Leviamon will not stand for the disrespect. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to give y'all nothing about what I'm doing. It's a pretty fucking standard Leviamon build. I've got like 4 of every card.
Yeah, the reason why it's not as good anymore is because of every other purple deck I did, which is the Guru engine.
Right. So people say, it's not as good because your draw discard engine got hit. Fuck the draw discard engine. I didn't want to play that shit anyways. I got my Gizamon, I got Siakomon, I got Gesselmon, and I got Octomon. That's all we need up in this bitch. Fuck those Garurumon shenanigans, bro. I don't want any of those cards anyways. Man, get out of here. Let me tell you, I was playing a match yesterday. I had a Waroseedramon or something. It doesn't matter what I had on. It was a level 5 with X antibody at a Biting Crush set. And I had Levi X and Levi Monotrash. My opponent said, okay, I play this Digimon by effect. And I said, stop! You have activated my trap card. And I hate myself.
You should for that one.
Biting Crush, delay, play out Leviamon. Leviamon, go chomp chomp, chew up the highest and the lowest because they had more than me. It was something that had like protection, so he decoyed it essentially. And then I said, all right, bet. Digivolve Levi X, chomp chomp, bitch. It still lived. And I said, all right, cool. I'm going to finish wiping off your board by digivolving my level 5 stack into Leviamon X for free. Chomp chomp some fucking more. And then next turn, I swang for a total of 6 checks and game. Because Leviamon X has Sec +2 on 14k, which is kind of fucking insane. It's so fucking insane. I love that card. I love this deck. This is my new Examon. That's what this deck is.
Okay.
I'm gonna play the shit. I'm gonna play the shit out of this, so I can't play it no more. But
I'm not even going to entertain the... Yeah. We're going to move on. Dan, what are you excited for?
What? What?
I just don't...
Do it, Mike. Just do it.
I'm giving it like 3 weeks, bro. I'm giving it like 3 weeks of you playing the deck. I used to, when I was like one of my best friends, right? I'm into cars. I have a lot of friends into cars, right? He used to buy a car, and he'd be like, I love this car so much. I'm gonna actually keep this car. Like, I'm not gonna trade it or sell it. This is the one I'm gonna build. Blah blah blah. 2 weeks later, the car would be gone. I had two friends that were like that. I have that amount of faith with you in any deck you play, Varney. Is that like I'm so excited for this deck. I'm gonna max rate this deck. This is the deck I'm gonna play for the entire set. Blah 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 blah. Never happens, bro.
It did. I played Royal Knights for that entire set. I also played Shine, which I did max rarity. Just I fucking hated Shine.
You played it for one
locals.
Y'all act like I don't play Digimon outside of locals or something.
You were playtesting with people with it for sure, yeah, but you literally brought it to one locals. You didn't put it. You didn't bring it to any tournaments. You didn't do any. You played it for one locals. You literally You remember in the beginning of this when I was like, yeah, if you're gonna max your deck, just bring it to locals. You probably should wait on buying cards for it. Blah, blah, blah. You are the person I'm referring to. You are that person.
Hey, I waited a hot minute. As a matter of fact, I got scared because I was like, you know what? I want to buy this shit now, even though it might get hit on the fucking on the ban list, because the ban list was coming in like 3 weeks, but we didn't know at the time that it was coming. And then the ban list came and we didn't get slapped, and I was like, we out here. But then I fucking hated that deck. I still hate Shine to this day.
But you know what? I gotta say, at least now we have a sim so you can playtest the deck first, I guess, before you max rate it. Maybe you'll actually like Leviamon, I doubt it, but maybe.
Sure.
I doubt it.
I don't have a counter argument for you.
I know you don't.
All I can say is that Ultimate Cup come, I'm still going to play Anubismon, because that Ultimate Cup I expect to play at least against 3 Apocalypmon, and I don't know what else. And then after that, Anubismon gets taken apart because we got fucking boop, boop, boop slapped up. And then I switched to playing Leviamon and my one of Anubismon. My one of Anubismon in every purple deck.
This guy.
Wow. Anyways, what I am excited for, this set was made for me. All right. Everything in this set was like stuff I've been waiting for. We have Apocalypmon finally.
I didn't know you were so excited for Garurumon support, Dan. That's insane.
That's like the one thing that I'm not excited for. That's like the one thing I'm not excited for, realistically.
I didn't know you was excited for Andre Wilmon support.
Yeah, dude,
I like that guy, Andre Wilmon set. I like it. Got good stuff.
Dan doesn't play yellow. He's just gonna shove that in 7. Sorry, not 7. 3 Great Dragons. What's the archetype called?
Holy Dragons. You talking about the 7 Great? The four great dragons.
There we go. 4. Some number of dragons. Yes, 4 great dragons.
Out of all 3 of here, I'm the only one that played Magnadramon Tribal. Okay.
Yeah, that so that is sucks, the thing. But yeah.
It was still fun.
I tried. I couldn't.
Still a fun deck, regardless. Anyways,
Dan, I have a question for you.
Sure.
For everything that you like, why do you play these weird ass decks? Like, for example, there's a whole bunch of I was just about to say, there's a whole bunch of fish stuff in this set. Why do you not play blue more competitively?
Bloom?
Blue as a color.
Oh, blue.
Like, I don't think you've ever, like, you don't even play like Ulforce for regionals. Like, it's always like Shine or Black or Gray or Machine Dramon.
I had Ulforce built for like a hot minute, right? I had it since day one, basically. And I played the shit out of it. And then every regional Ultica, remember, I was like, I think I'm gonna finally play Ulforce. And then something happened. Something happened. I'm just like, nah, I can't play Ulforce.
That's what I'm saying. Like, blue.
Dan is also bad color. Too. What happened to, like, Dan was so hype about Devas, dude, for Sovereigns. What happened with that hype, bro?
I built the deck.
Bro, why I don't see you ever talk about it, play it. What's going on with that?
Because he's been playing
EX5 was literally just for Nats, and that was it. And now I'm able to play whatever I want. I have everything for it and built.
I need 2 more Fang Longs. I gotta get 2 more. And much to Mike's dismay, I gotta get 4 alternate art Fang Longs.
If
why the
BT-15?
fuck do you need 4 alt art Fang Longs, bro?
Because they're the same price as the regular, to be honest with you.
Okay,
that makes sense.
I mean, I'll let that slide. Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's because they're the same price as the regular, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why would I buy the fucking regular when I could just alt this deck and still be less than like 150?
I forgot it was an EX set, so all the cards are dirt cheap like that.
Yeah,
no, I'll let that
the Ace level 6s, the Sovereigns, bro. The most expensive one for some reason
$10
is Baihu. I don't know why Baihu is $10 and he's the least played of them all.
Oh yeah.
No. Also, Azulong is like $8, but even Azulong was cheaper than Baihu at one point. But it's still a cheap deck to max rarity. So I'll do it just because I can, and then I'll show Mike it just because, just to article. Be like, hey Mike, look at this new max rarity deck I got. You like it, buddy?
And then he's gonna sell it.
Yeah, 100%.
If the value is there, you damn right I will. But go on, Dan. What are you excited for?
I don't even remember what I was saying before anymore because y'all just threw it off. What I said? I said Dark Masters.
That's the real question.
Apocalypse.
You're not excited for that anymore. You got that for 2 weeks. You're not excited about that.
And I'm still gonna play the shit out of it for the 2 weeks.
Are you gonna play the the Omni Turbo version? Or
yes.
the fuck once it gets
yes.
I will say that shit looks fun.
Yes,
that
I will.
Looks fun.
No, we gotta stop talking about it because now fucking Varney's gonna go ahead and max ready that too.
Yeah,
too
right.
late. I already got all my max rarity Omnimons. I don't think there's a max rarity.
Plus,
Omnimon
when EX 06 or 7, whatever what the Angels come out, Ultimate Chaosmon is the perfect addition to the deck.
Oh, what does it do again?
Cool. Nuts. Gets like second attack plus 3 and shit.
It's like a Digivolve 3. Oh no, that's regular Chaosmon I'm thinking about.
Ultimate
Chaosmon is place 2 level 6 from your trash as bottom. Then for each level 6 bottom deck opponent's Digimon, and while it has 4 more level 6 cards, it gains sec plus 3.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can play the new option that's white that lets you DNA 1 card from your hand. So you just need 1 Dark Master in your hand and on the field, and then 1 in your hand. You DNA. You're gonna have a bunch of trash because the way the deck's supposed to work usually. You're gonna trash a bunch of 6s. It's gonna be so great.
You mean the new Mega Digimon Fusion, the card that everybody's like, oh my goodness,
polymerization?
Is this our new card to be banned? And I'm like,
polymerization, man.
Yeah,
low key. Right? That card, low key, kinda can be pretty busted.
Yeah, hell yeah, it can.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's gonna get banned. I'm not saying it's gonna get banned, but that card's actually fucking pretty good. And I think that people made jokes about it when it came out, but the more I kept thinking about how busted that card can actually be in certain scenarios,
yeah,
it's a good fucking card, bro.
Ragna Lordmon, just DNA from hand, and you're gonna get a guaranteed. I mean, with the new one, with how much shit that you can just tuck under due to hand main effects, if you can just DNA from hand, the starter deck Ragna Lordmon, you can easily get 8 sources underneath that. And I believe that's like a pop 2 and trash 2, if I'm not mistaken.
It's all fun and games.
Something like that.
Mega Digimon synthesis into an Ordine and blow up an entire board.
Yeah, for sure.
That's most certainly a play.
Or like Ultimate Chaosmon, man. I'm telling you, that's just gonna be crazy.
Or Ultimate Chaosmon. Is it only? It's only for DNA, right?
Yes.
I guess. Do you guys think that was like the original intended purpose of
Mega Digimon Fusion? What do you mean?
No, I think that Bandai was like, we're gonna make this card, and it's a pretty okay card, and then I don't think they realized that people were gonna use it the way it was fucking used.
No, but I mean, like, so like for what level 7s are, right? Like there are level 7s that just straight digivolve, like, you know, your level 6 digivolves into your 7. But like we're seeing nowadays that like a lot of level 7s are like DNAs, right? Like Chaosmon. Omnimon is technically a DNA.
DNA. Joggers,
From in that lore, but like then there's the Royal Knights Omnimon that like exist as its own being. But then you've got like other level 7s that are DNAs, right? So like, do you think the original intention was, I mean, because that was obviously before we had anything to do with, you know, a level 7 consisting of 2 bodies, so to say. So now with more DNA bodies, now we have Mega Digimon synthesis. And so we've got easier ways to establish level 7s because what are you confused about, Dan?
I don't understand where the point you're trying to get.
I'm waiting for you to finish the point because I guess I'm also confused. Like,
so like, all right,
were you talking about the original Mega Digimon Fusion at first?
Right. So like the original Mega Digimon Fusion, obviously that came out in BT-5, Battle of Omni, and you know all the Omnimons that we got there.
Yes.
Then now we have Mega Digimon Synthesis. Obviously, you know, it's a card for Ultimate Chaosmon. But like we have a lot more DNA level 7s now than we did
back then. Because we didn't have any DNA back then.
Right. But like there are more level 7s that come out that are DNAs than are just straight, you know, digivolve into a level 7. Because Fang Long exists as its own thing.
True. I think that there's a lot of level 7s that just straight digivolve too.
But they haven't come out like recently, you know. Like outside of the bonds, Agudamon is like a big synthesis thing. Shakamon is composed of 3. Grace Nova is a DNA. Ruin mode is Shine, so that's just an alternate mode. There's Alter S and Alter B, but Alter S is a Jogress, so
Apocalypse.
Alter B falls in. Apocalypse is a fusion.
A level 7.
Aegis was the last one.
Well, Apocalypse is not really a fusion.
Yeah, it's not.
Conglomeration, whatever you want to call it.
I feel like you named a bunch of level 7s that straight digivolve.
No, but that's the thing. Like Apocalypse gets played, right? Agudamon can't digivolve these, but generally, like you're just playing these due to either their effects or other effects. Shakamon is gonna get played. Fang Long gets played. Grace Nova DNAs. We're not looking at Ruin mode. Alter S, Alter B, that's a Jogress.
Are you? All right, hold on. Let me. I think what you're trying to say is most level 7 Digimon are normally like a fusion or a DNA of some sort. That's what he's trying to say. Okay.
Right. That's what I'm asking. Like,
because most of them, like Omnimon, all those types are level 7s. They're technically like ultra level Digimon, which are usually fusions of 2 megas,
2 or more. Okay.
Yes.
So you know.
So you're saying Mega Digimon Fusion was supposed to be a way of combining, but at that time they wasn't doing that, so it was just a hard Evo, and you were just Evoing for free.
Exactly. So that was the issue back then. Like you didn't have these alternate conditions of digivolving, so it was just like, here's this card that lets you go into a level 7 for free. Little did they know how fucking busted this card could be to let you get into level 7s for free. So now we see it's gotten balanced a hell of a lot more because here's a 4 cost to digivolve, but you're still, I mean, like Mike said, like card's still kind of cracked when you consider what you can do with this card. Like Grace Nova, it's not like, I don't think you need to play it, but you can definitely get a Grace Nova out a hell of a lot easier now with that card.
I think the problem, I know we're like skipping what we're supposed to be talking about, but like since we're here anyways, there's certain things that's going to be harder to play because they don't have to force white or they have to meet the condition. And sometimes if you have to meet the condition,
level 6, right?
Exactly. A level 6 or higher. If your opponent's a level 6 and higher and you don't have anything on board, you might be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a hard way to balance. Like I think it's balanced because of that, right? It's like...
Right. Yes, it is. If you have a level 6 or higher in play, you can play this card without meeting the color restrictions.
Well,
that's
no, your opponent, yeah.
But I'm saying if the restriction was on you, then I mean, yeah, you're just gonna spit out level 7s every turn because why the fuck not?
Right. Well, yeah, obviously, but like if they didn't have, if it was just a generic, it was just like if you were going DNA, you could just like meet the requirements and that's it, call it a day or something. Like I think that'll be a more busted way because but now you have to force your way into using a white card, a white tamer, Ukomon or something to have on board presence or meet the requirements. So you have to like kind of like force your way to use it in certain decks. And then certain decks, you don't have to worry about that. I feel like I don't know if Grace Nova will play it, but maybe I had a one-off and like in a niche ass situation, maybe. But like Mastima, I could probably see it being used more in that, for instance.
I think we do have some like good white tamers now though, like Louis.
Oh my goodness,
good white tamer, analog youth.
I mean, we always have
just fucking analog youth for 2 would be the best way to do it. Probably
analog youth, Takumi Aiba.
And that's why I say for like Dark Masters, like people are sleeping on that idea because you're gonna run 4 analog using that deck.
Digimon Emperor, which is probably going to see a lot of stonks now because of Ukomon shenanigans.
Oh yeah. Damn, that sucks. Imagine you get stuck with an Ugo and back and you're just facing a Digimon Emperor. That's just such a like you're just
Maybe
such in a bad situation.
Digivolve the Ukomon then. There's a payoff to everything, you know?
For sure.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I was getting at. But you know, that's besides the point. Derailed. What else are you looking forward to?
All right, let's try this for a third time in a row now. Try talking about BT-15.
Welcome to DigiPod, the digital podcast.
I feel like you know, it's just 3 guys talking Digimon, you know?
Yeah. Obviously, Apocalypse Dark Masters, I just mentioned them. I'm also excited for my Otismon support because it's been a hot minute since we gotten good my Otismon support, and we really got good support where it makes the deck actually viable. I'm excited to see all the cyborg and machine support this set comes out. It wasn't like, I feel like it wasn't meant to be for Machinima, but it just so happens to work for Machinima because it just got the Marvin Jackson is, you know, he just so happens to use machines and cyborgs. So it's like, you can use it in Machinima.
He has Machinima, does he not? I remember seeing
it. Oh, does he? I don't know.
I remember seeing a Machinima in his trailer.
Is that his Chaos Ramon? Is that what it is? Is that his Chaos Ramon?
I don't know because I don't know the lore like that, but I'm almost positive it has to be his. I mean, he's a Sons of Chaos, right? So like,
yeah,
Machinima fits right into the name, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. So like, maybe I'm wrong in that, and it was like actually, you know, it's actual machine support.
Yeah, right.
What else? I'm hyped for the new Mon support because new Mon X makes the deck so much better with the Monzi X and World Monzi Mon.
Spit out platinum Numamon.
Really good fish support in this set that makes the deck so much better and like more consistent, I feel like, with the new Siegemon stuff, because there was only one good Siegemon, which was the promo, which we've just finally got. The old Siegemon was just a 3-cost a vanilla and did nothing. We had the good Mega Siegemon previously, and now we get another really good Mega Siegemon.
Agreed.
And then you can also mess with like Plesio X and Goemon X in the deck. That could be probably used better for its own deck, but hey, it's there and can be used because you have those cards in that deck basically. You know what I'm saying? What else? And like Mike said, we get finally good Bergermon support. We finally get good Kabuterimon support, which is super exciting because, like, for insect fans, I'm a fan of Kabuterimon. I'm just so depressed how sad he's been for like the longest. The last time he got good support was like never, and so now we finally get something that's viable and good, which leads to Tyrant Kabuterimon BT-16. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that's exciting for
sure.
You know what else I'm excited for?
What else?
To sell my Gabumons.
Yeah, it's paying off now that Gabu X got hit.
We got there, baby. Yeah. We got there. We're selling them, baby.
So for myself, outside of Leviathan X, obviously like one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to, I've really grown to love Seekers as a series. I'm just starting to read it now. I just compiled, which you guys can find on our Discord. I compiled some EPUBs for those of you who read on e-readers. So I compiled EPUBs that you can download to your e-reader and actually, you know, have a supported format of a fan translation, not the machine translation, because I've heard nothing but bad things about that. But I'm excited to finally like begin to read Seekers because I feel like, especially as an adult, it just speaks to me. It's a lot more serious. It's got some dark undertones. They definitely put some thought into it. I wish they would give a little bit more thought to it and say, hey, let's give it an anime. Bandai, please, I want an anime. But like everything about it just really speaks to me. So I was really excited to get anything that says Sons of Chaos DigiPolice. So of course, I'm going to be building a completely new DigiPolice deck because I have D Brigade, D Police as its own deck. We're going to have then DigiPolice with Shu Yulin, and I hate you. I hate you. Only because it's you. Only because it's you. Only because it's you.
And the boy.
Bro, it's so badass in person.
Yeah.
He's standing.
Marvin
he's like,
Jackson is just so like, tough. With the Digimon behind him.
What you gonna do? Like straight up, what you gonna do? I ain't gonna do nothing.
Obviously, I don't know if he's like a villain or like a hero in this. He's a hero. He's a protagonist.
So yeah, he's
like, or like anti-hero type thing.
The general gist of the story is Sons of Chaos versus DigiPolice versus some third organization that they're both trying to take down, but I think Sons of Chaos is seen as like the rebel organization, so of course DigiPolice is trying to take them down type thing. I think that's what it's like. So
got you.
I'm sure it'll be corrected in the comments.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. He's probably, I guess, more like an anti-hero type. I'm assuming the way you said it. So like, it's cool to see something like Megadramon be someone's partner because Megadramon is such a like badass looking Digimon, which is 99% of the time a villain type Digimon, and he's just out here working for someone, and he's just like super badass looking.
Right. What did you say, Mike?
Damn, I don't even remember now. Shit.
I feel like I heard something about a comic.
I said we'll get corrected in the comments.
Oh, right.
Comments,
Yeah, we'll get corrected for sure. Please do correct us. We're not saying that negatively either. That's just my general understanding of the story, and I'll know more as I read. But again, the lore of it is just so interesting. So I'm excited to have Marvin Jackson. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Marvin Jackson makes me want to play Machine Dramon again. And just because I just want to play Marvin Jackson and Megadramon, to be honest, like I think it's the first deck where I've been like I've played it, I've said, I got rid of it, I don't like it, I hate it, I don't want anything to do with it, and then to see like two cards that makes me like, wow, I don't even care about anything else. Like I just want to play this because like the cards are cool, what they do is cool, and like the series that they come from, you know, is cool.
It's not even those. It's not even just those two. The Hagurumon is just so good.
Hagurumon is really good.
Like if you're playing Marvin Jackson, you probably want to play like Airdramon, which is part of it. Which is so weird that Airdramon is like a thing for him, but
yeah,
like, I'm assuming that Airdramon digivolves into the Megadramon. That's what I'm guessing.
It makes sense, like in terms of like how the Digievolutions look. But I agree with you.
But then you also get Guardramon, which is a solid card if you want to throw that in there. You also, and then the most busted option, Supreme Connection.
Oh man,
it's just such a good card.
Supreme Connection
for 3 costs. Main, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with a machine or cyborg trait among them to your hand, and trash 1 card with a machine or cyborg trait among them. Return the rest to the top of the deck. Then place this card in the battle area. Main delay, you may play 1 level 5 or higher Digimon card with machine or cyber trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 3. That's so good because you get that search. You get to also just put things back on top of your deck the way you want them after taking 2 cards out of it. You also get the security, which I think this might be the first delay card that has an effect like this, where it actually has an effect and it not just gets played in on the field where it says
Master to Disciple does the same thing, I believe.
Oh, okay. That's the Jesmon card, right? The Jesmon card?
Yeah.
Because this one says, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the machine and cyborg trait among them from your hand, and trash 1 card with the machine and cyborg trait among them. Return the rest of the top of the deck, then place this card about air. The fact that it has the same exact card is so good for the security and like the main effect. So good. Plus, most of your level 5s, machine and cyborgs, are usually 7 costs. So that means you're playing them for 4. That's very crucial, especially like let's say if you brick or something. That's all your play is. You have that to play for 4. If you're playing EX01 Machinedramon, you're playing that instead of what is it? So normally it's a play cost of 12,
cost, right? It's
so normally no, if you go to EX01, it's a 12 cost. You gain 5 memory, so that makes it what?
That makes it a 7 cost.
That makes it 7 cost.
So this plays with this.
4. With this, will make a Machinedramon play for 4. It's so good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and even more important is that this reduces the play cost. So no longer do you need to be at like 12 memory to do it.
2.
Like you don't have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to be at 2 memory to do it.
You can be at 0 memory and do it.
So usually what it is, you want to be at 2 memory, especially like old school versions. You want to be at 2 memory, play this, and then you put your opponent at 5. Now with this, you could be at a 0 and you could put them at 4, I believe, still, regardless. Like if you're at, which means if you're at 2,
insane.
If you're at 2 as per user, you're putting them at 2 for this card. So good. This is like
mega.
This is like in training / the mem boost on crack for this type of deck.
For that,
obviously you're not playing, you're not gaining memory or reducing evo costs. But the fact that you're reducing play costs for it, especially for your Machinedramon plays, is so good.
And that's just Machinedramon. I mean, this is the part of the podcast where I start advocating for a 60 card deck because
here we go, guys.
This fucking
I have to say it. 60 card decks. I was trying to put this deck together and I'm like, there's so much things I need to put in here. Like I literally can't play 4 Supreme Connection as much as I want to because I just need to fit so many other things. And it's like, oh my goodness, if I had 60 cards, I still struggle. Like there are still cards I want to put in there that take me above 60, but I'm okay with 60 because at least it lets me fit in a lot of the things that I'm trying to fit. 50, bro, I'm like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. So 60 card decks.
Why can't you just be normal, bro?
Hey, I'm not the only one. I'm starting up a movement. We starting the movement, boys. No,
I think that
real.
would cause so many more problems in this game, bro.
Yeah, I know probably. some people are like, oh, I don't want, Setcon with 60 card decks. I'm like, yeah, trust me, I get it. I also don't want Setcon with 60 card decks. But I'm okay with it if I get to play some other decks with 60 cards. It's a trade-off I'm willing to make.
No, because then we're gonna start having decks like Millithloop that get pluses when there's more cards in trash.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Can you imagine?
It's just I don't want to do it.
Beelzemon's gonna hit 40, and then it's just like that's impossible to deal with at that point.
Yeah, bro. And then they're still gonna have fucking 10 cards in deck somehow, so they don't even worry about decking out. Like I'm not doing that shit, bro.
But no. Also. Megadramon, the new Megadramon,
so good.
It's hard because generally up until now, Machinedramon decks have only played 2 max, sometimes 3 if the card is that good.
Depending on the format.
Like the Metal Tyrannomon from BT-11. Generally, it's been 2 max of the really good inheritables. This Megadramon, I'm not saying the inheritable isn't good. I mean, it's a fucking D-Digivolve on attack, which is already insane because there's no condition to meet. It's just straight up D-Digivolve 1. There is no protection in the game against D-Digivolve. Yeah, when attacking. There's no D-Digivolve except for BT-11 Metal Gray X and I think one other card. One other obscure card that I can't think of right now. So D-Digivolve on attack, that's good. But the more important part for me, it's an on-play, so combo with Supreme Connection. This card reveals top 3. It places a Machine Cyborg or SOC, Marvin, underneath as its bottom Digi-Evolution and adds 1 to the hand. You trash the rest, which is BT-11 Machinedramon.
A mini.
Scoped. Yeah, scoped yeah, exactly. It's a mini BT-11 Machinedramon because you pull 1 to hand, you put 1 underneath, and you trash the remaining card. Whereas BT-11 was great, but it only took an analog man and it either added a card to source or pulled it to hand and then it trashed the rest. And sometimes that could be really detrimental because there were things maybe you want to stick a source underneath, but then there's that Chaos X. You gotta take that Chaos X. So this Megadramon being able to play out for 4, get a search, especially if it's comboed off a Supreme Connection. Then it's got that nice inheritable, and the on attack on the main body is to pop a Digimon or Tamer with a play cost of 3 or less. And mind you, Marvin gives Machine Cyborg jamming. So this Mega
You're not afraid to swing your security.
Jamming, pop analog youths, pop opposing Mind Link Tamers that cost 3, i.e. Yuji or Satsuki.
Analog youths, Cool Boy, Ties.
Louise, like it's just this for me feels like a 3 of in the deck just because like the pros outweigh the cons so much. But again, space is so tight. Like this deck just gets good luck. That's just how the deck feels. That's one thing I'm really excited to build again and play. Of course, I love my Anjewomon support, mainly because I don't even want to play anything like Yellow Vaccine related specifically. I'm throwing this shit right in Kentorismon because this is all like trash support. So Garomon, when it's trashed, it gets played. Kari, when she's trashed, she gives sec -1. The Anjewomon, when a card is removed, if you have 3 or fewer, you recover 1. Like I'm just
this set has a lot for that type of style yellow, where if you trash a card from your security, you gain an effect off of it, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, it's finally nice to see. Like obviously Yellow Vaccine came back Yellow came back as Yellow Vaccine in BT-14. But it's nice to finally see like multiple different deck styles for Yellow that are somewhat competitive and not just the remnants of Yellow Hybrid. So I'm definitely super excited to play this stuff again.
Also,
that's it.
That new Magnadramon is pretty solid for what it does and for that strat. Like maybe a 1 of, 2 of in a Kentoro's version. Maybe, I don't know. You're the one that's gonna be messing with it more. But like on play when Digivolving, by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack. So if you set it up perfectly, you could stack your security. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -9, which is really good until the end of your opponent's turn. All turns, once per turn, when a card is removed from your security stack, if you have 3 or less security, you may place 1 yellow card from your hand at the top or bottom of your security stack. So again, like what I mentioned, you can just, stack your security the way you want it, top or bottom, and like, use a trash effect, which could be like Odin's Breath, right? It's called
Odin's Breath.
Gaudamon played it out for free. Like you can do a lot of different things.
Not only Odin's Breath that we have now, we have this new one called Revelation of Light. Which you don't care about the main effect, but the security effect is all your opponent's Digimon and all of their security. Forget about security Digimon. We don't even care about that. All your opponent's Digimon, blanket, all your opponent's Digimon get -5,000 DP.
This is a mini room mode for this deck, which is cracked. If you think about it,
it's half of the effect. Like it's the when Digivolving of the effect. Now it's only for the turn, right? So if you trash it on your turn, it only stays inactive on your turn. But more importantly, like if your opponent swings into it, or if they have effects that trash the card from security, it still activates,
dangerous, yeah.
So it's really nice. I love this, and I can't wait to start theory crafting some sort of Kentoris Mitamamon shenanigans. I think Magnadramon, it's a great card. That's such a great card for the 4 Great Dragons archetype. You play that off of what's it called? The Purge or Trial.
Trial of the Great Dragons.
The Trials. Yep. You trash, you neg 9. If you're at 3 or fewer, you recover 1. You can go into Magna X.
Yep.
And do whatever shenanigans you want to do with Magnadramon X. I love that in Digimon we're getting to the point where we're finally getting obviously new decks, but a lot of older decks are getting really good support cards that make it fun to start theory crafting, especially as we head into unification next year.
Yeah, for sure. Like Rosemon, this whole set gets an X antibody set, and they're all really solid cards. I mean, the deck is still, not tier 1, but now it's not like a tier 500 deck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So at least it's pretty good. Like Palmon X on play when Digivolve, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Like that's basic, but like for 0 cost over a Palmon, that's not bad. And then you can set up your plays or do whatever. Inheritable, when your green tamer is played, gain 1 memory. with a Togemon that can reduce the play cost by like 3 or something like that. And then you have that's arguably a free Mimi at most times. Right, because the old one, not the old one, BT-14 Togemon
the BT-14 costs 3.
Yeah, reduced by 3, right?
Right.
So then you have that, which is gain of memory. So it's basically a free Mimi, especially at a 4 cost one.
Let me tell you, I've done that. It's so good. But
I'm sure it feels good.
Why? Green decks, and Mike, you might be able... I don't know how long you played Green for, but for some reason, I don't know what it is.
It has weird bricks.
Every time I play a green deck, it has the weird... That color has so much search. Why is it I can't find my level 6?
I'm not gonna lie. The few times
I thought the issue was...
When I play green, bro, like I played Bloom for a while. That deck's fucking stupid. I honestly never even brick with that deck. That deck is just dumb. I feel like I always pop off. Like
I brick on not seeing the blooms.
I feel like Bloom is disgusting.
I feel like
I was playing the only green deck I really bricked with was oh my god, I can't even
Imperial.
No, oh yeah, I mean I fucking time. That deck is my fucking whatever.
Grandis?
Grandis, yeah, I bricked with Grandis.
Oh yeah.
Because I was about to say, the thing is with like a lot of green decks, especially like older green, and even like the newer like Bloom, you play a lot of high end levels. So like Grandis played like 8 level 6s. I remember like the Nidhogg like Digi-Absorption weird deck that like, you know, the BT-3 to like 5 era green, because I played in that. You would run like Hercules Cobbletarian, Nidhogg, plus like Sarismon sometimes. So you're running like multiple 6s and just different 6s just because that's how green was back then too. And you just had weird breaks when it was just like you had too many 6s and not enough for something else. But like you had to run this because if you didn't, you sucked. Like not you sucked, but like the deck you just didn't feel the way it should type thing.
And I think that green, like the way it's always worked is that it's like always been really fast, cheap evos to get.
Exactly, especially low end. Yep.
So you always ran a lot of level 6s because you wanted to fucking just pump out huge bodies. But yeah, Grandis is like I didn't really ever brick too bad with Bloom. I feel like Bloom was always pretty consistent for me. But I bricked all the fucking time with Grandis. That deck fucking, I don't know.
Can you imagine Grandis now with the 4 agility and 4...
Jesus Christ.
God. Grandis now would be insane, bro. I mean, that would be the OTK.
Let's say you had perfect hands, you would just turn 2 every single time.
Who needs a perfect hand? You've got 12, because I think they got a new Kakuamon X that you could have played, or something that came out.
Yeah, you would have had there is way more support now for if Grandis was a deck now. Like I remember when we talked about that podcast back then, like when that ban list hit, and I was like, oh, it feels weird that they're hitting Grandis, blah 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 blah, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, Jesus Christ, that deck was literally. You guys thought that was a solitaire deck back then, bro? Holy fuck.
Imagine like BT-16, you play Tyrant, you play a Grand Quagga, go into Grandis.
No.
Like you just got that giant body that can just swing and unsuspend every single time, whatever. Like I know that's not that much because you're not getting the all the sec attacks, but like that's basically a free Grandis if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think Tyrant really is like, in a way, like that's kind of the evolution of Grandis.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of, well, like thank God that's
because
even Tyrant now, bro. I'm pretty sure Tyrant now what they do is they split the green memory boost and the agility trainings. They probably play 3 and 3 or 4 and 4 or something stupid. Like I'm pretty like that deck is probably just all fucking search gas. Like you know what I mean? Like
right. I would like to say that I think it would pose a problem, but like for whatever reason, when I play Broom, when I play. When I play
you catching the brooms.
I can't find. I'll have like I Digivolve Palmon and then I'll play out something, right? And then I'll Digivolve and then I'll see like an Agitar and I'm like, all right, cool. Digivolve Agitar, play out Palmon. Palmon search, no Bloom. All right, cool. We just keep Digivolving. Digivolve. Where's the Bloom? There's no Bloom. There's no Hydra. And now with like Quantumon, there's not going to be a Quantumon either. Like,
hey, low key in this set, there's some Bloom support as well.
Yes. Bloom, stay getting support because just generic salad support, you know?
Yeah, man.
I mean, we didn't even talk about Quartzmon.
You mean Quantumon?
Quantumon, my bad, Quartzmon.
Yeah, Quantumon, which is a level 6 green fairy type monster. Sorry, Digimon.
That can be searched by the whole deck.
So it's searchable by Palmon, Mimi. Obviously, it's green, so it's searchable by agility training or whatever Green's thing is, and the green memory boost. Yeah. Quantumon's about to enable some real fucking shenanigans. And yeah, I mean, they can definitely play some of this other stuff. Like, they can switch to playing the Togemon. Because obviously I don't know what the split is. Some play full Sunflow and Red Veggie. Some play the Toga, Sunflow, and Red Veggie. There's different ways to build Bloom right now, which is super cool.
It's also
I would even consider playing the new Woodbond when one of your Digimon becomes suspended, draw one. Just a free draw for something that you do on a consistent basis with the deck. And it's only a 3-cost play. So you can play off those, was it Agitar effect, I think it is? That can play.
It's not the cost, it's the DP it looks at, which is 3K or less.
Oh, look at that, 3K. Speaking of which, it's 3K, 3P. So like you can play it off, get a free draw too as well. Like you can do a little couple, little combos with it.
What were you going to say, Mike?
Just Quantumon itself is just such a good card because not only does it just removes the Digimon off the board by slapping onto the security, but being able to then look at your entire opponent's security stack and then ripping another card from that stack and putting it somewhere else is insane. Because okay, let me look at your security stack. Oh, you have an 8-cost option that would have blown me out if I hit it in security. Yeah, we're throwing that on the top of your deck, and then I'm gonna make my Digimon unaffected by that card. And then go ahead, hard play it the turn after. Give me 8 memory. This is just crazy.
But you know what's even dumber? It's the fact that they can do that, and okay, it comes back to your turn. It goes back to their turn, but your effect is at the start of opponent's turn. So they can look at your security again. Yeah. If there's another option, they can get immunity to it. But even if they don't, even if it's just a Digimon, they're still ripping something out of your security. So it's effectively trashing, right? Sorry, that's just sorry. Yeah. The
call whatever on the top of the deck is the start of your opponent's turn. So it's declare one card category, then reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If the card of the declared category, this Digimon can't be affected by effects of cards of that card. Jeez, that's a mouthful there.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's actually it's like spirals, isn't it, Dan?
No, it is spirals, yeah. And then it says return the revealed card to the top or bottom of your opponent's deck. So you can keep stacking certain cards on top, or if you don't like what it is, bottom deck and keep it going.
Oh, is that the tamer you need? Be a shame if I bottom deck that.
Yeah, right, exactly. Hey, you can call wrong and you still be fine. You still can bottom deck it. You know what I'm saying? That's the cool part about it.
It's such an interruptive card in terms of just general game flow.
And and it's so good, especially in a deck like Bloom, where it costs 5 to Evo.
Hey,
HPD.
That ain't
HPD. I was just about to say HPD.
That ain't
HPD in the Quantumon for free is nuts.
Yep, HPD in the Quantumon. Not to mention the memory gain that just Bloom itself generates, bro.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be more salty about HPD to Quantum or HPD to Bloom at this point now, because I just hate that card.
HPD to Quantum, HPD to Bloom, HPD to Quartz. Wait till I Quantum and then Quartz you, bro. Oh my god, people are gonna be upset.
It's gonna be the HPD into Bloom to gain back the memory. It spits out something, you digivolve into the level 5, then you go into Quantumon with all that memory you gained. And then they end turn on the Quartz.
Yeah, dumb as all hell.
You end turn on the Quartz. You end turn on the Quartz on top of the Quantum so that it's unaffected by whatever you just told them to say.
That's bro, I swear, Bloom is a straight Yu-Gi-Oh deck now. It is so close to being a Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
Yeah, people really don't play it as I guess our meta is going to be so different because we don't have to deal with Apoclia for too much.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of interested to see what our meta looks like now.
People play the crap out of Bloom,
they did. That's what I'm saying.
depending like ulti cups. I remember playing the ulti cups like crap ton of the Bloom decks.
People were playing the crap out of Bloom Quantum even at full power Apocalypse. And now that full power Apocalypse isn't there, I wonder what Bloom Quantum's gonna look like. If I see another green card get put to 1, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, bro. Holy fuck, dude.
I don't care about any card, just HPD 0. No,
I love the
0.
Nah, bro, the GOAT play, bro. You agility training and grab your HPD.
Yo, I'll be so sick if I ever see that.
I'm gonna do it to you, bro. Are you kidding me?
I don't think you have that luck.
Something I didn't mention: Quantumon is also yellow.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. It's like yellow decks.
It's playable in yellow decks.
So the issue with that,
do those shenanigans.
It's really good. I just think that like Shadow Seraphi, like depending on the build you're doing, like there's so many other good options. Yeah.
But for green, for Bloom, for generic fairy fucking search support, Quantumon, baby. 13K boss monster. Like, jeez. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
So
crazy.
Yeah, Bloom there's so much, like I said, there's so much good support for so many decks. And I love the stage of Digimon that we're at. Nothing, especially because they hit a Pokemon, Melga, and Anubis. Like, nothing is so overpowered that it's like, we can't even predict our meta. Like, that's what it's like. We can't even say, oh, well, this is going to be the top dog. Like, Melga's still going to be good. We know that much because it just got a whole new line of blue support, but that doesn't mean it's going to be top dog. Yellow can do things. Green can most certainly do things. Black is finally viable because both Digipolice as well as D-Boys Digipolice. Greymon is always Greymon. If the format slows down, Greymon can definitely, take advantage.
Machine like just got.
I know we gotta wrap up soon, bro, but I'm not even. Bloom is just crazy right now, bro. Just because the Palmon X on top of the fucking BT-14 Palmon.
Yeah, bro.
Insane, dude.
Yeah, bro.
There's just so many plays.
It's an automatic memory gain of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So many crazy plays with that deck now, bro.
And then if you go into the Togemon, you suspend.
And what's so gross about that, bro? You can literally pop off onto a Bloom like your turn fucking 2. You raise and you can pop into a Bloom. It's insane.
If I see the Bloom, if I see it,
that's nuts.
Right.
I'm just I looked forward to this set more than I thought I actually was. And BT-16, I know it's going to be more of the same because I'm looking at BT-16 right now and I'm like, meh, whatever. I don't care for O2. But it's going to creep up on me. And then I'm going to be like, oh my goodness, look at this deck and look at that deck. And look at all this support here. Oh my goodness, now I need to buy 4 boxes. Now I'm going to be right back in the motherfucking Digimon hole. But yeah, I'm so excited. BT-15 is going to be good. If you guys want to play some BT-15, you should join the TBL, which is this Friday, because it's a fun time. But with that being said, let's wrap it up there. Parting words. Don't buy the pre-sales, goddammit. Please wait. You don't need to buy it. Just wait.
Patience.
Not gonna kill
Patience.
Dan, parting words.
Patience.
And Mike, parting words.
Wrap it.
And that is it.
Before you tap it.
Today's episode of DigiPod, the digital podcast. Until we talk to you guys the next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Catch you all on the next one.